You've heard me say, if you're living in America, you're already living the dream. Well, if we don't stop this government spending spree, that dream will become a nightmare, and you'll be the one to scream. And let me just say, it doesn't matter whether you're a Republican or a Democrat when you shout, because both parties got us into this mess. It's going to take both parties to get us out. If things don't change and we continue to do things the way we do, then by 2025, just interest, Social Security, Medicare, and Medicaid will consume 100% of all revenue. There are currently about 170 million people in the U.S. who pay federal income taxes. With a $15 trillion debt, that's over $87,000 each taxpayer is strapped with. But we just keep spending, making excuses, raising the debt, and crossing the line. So what we now owe is greater than the value of all goods and services, the GDP, of Russia, Japan, France, Canada, the UK, and Spain combined. When did we stop caring about the horrendous amount of money we owe? We used to be the largest lender in the world. Now all we do is borrow. We spend ourselves into debt because we think everyone needs more. But even the poorest in America are still the richest in the world. I know I've said it before, but the problem is not that some don't pay their fair share. It's that our government is irresponsible and wastes taxpayer money, and not enough people seem to care. We keep growing government programs that we just can't afford, but those politicians need the vote, so they refuse to close that spending door. Well, let's look at Greece. They were real generous. Fat pensions, retirement in your 50s, universal health care, and free transportation. That's all pretty nifty. I guess no one anticipated that all that government spending could cause them to crash because no one wanted to be thrifty. Greece's debt in 1980 was only 22% of their GDP. It jumped to 142% by 2010 thanks to their government spending spree. So check this out. The U.S. debt in 1980 was only 32% of our GDP. But by 2011, it hit 100% thanks to our government spending spree. There's a correlation here I hope you can see. You better start demanding fiscal responsibility from your government leaders, or the only jobs you'll see in the future will be the happy-go-lucky Walmart greeters. It's time to wake up, America, before we end up like Greece. And then you'll all be wailing, "How could this happen to us?" as you riot in the streets. The government was formed by the people for the people, and not the other way around. Start demanding that they stop all this spending or vote their butts out of town. If you don't get involved and you refuse to create change with your vote, then don't come crying to me when you're stuck in that sinking boat, because guess what, folks? Escalating debt won't float. I know, you're so busy, you'll get to it later, but for now, you're going to have to put this on a shelf. Well, when our great country goes under and you're looking for someone to blame, be sure to point that finger at yourself.